AITA for changing the locks and refusing to let my mother-in-law back into my house after she moved herself in. I, 35F, have been married to David, 36M, for 8 years. We own a lovely, modest home. David's mother, Carol, 62F, lives 2 hours away. Carol has always had an issue with boundaries. She visits unannounced, criticizes my cooking, and generally treats our house like a hotel. 6 weeks ago, Carol had a minor health scare. She recovered fine but used it as a reason to temporarily move into our guest room. She showed up with 3 suitcases and boxes, announcing she'd stay until she felt strong enough to be alone. Temporary turned into chaos. She rearranged my kitchen cabinets, started walking around in my favorite pajamas, which she borrowed, and began inviting her friends over for afternoon tea without asking. She even started demanding my husband drive her to appointments she could easily take a cab to. David, bless his heart, is a conflict avoider and kept saying she just needs a little more time. Last Friday, I found out she had called a moving company to bring her entire bedroom set from her house to ours. When I confronted her, she simply said, "Well, it's silly for me to pay for rent and utilities on an empty house when I'll be much more comfortable here permanently." That was my breaking point. While David was at work and Carol was out shopping with her friends, I called a locksmith. I had every single lock on the house changed. When Carol came back, I stood on the porch, handed her the boxes she'd brought in, and gave her keys to a local extended stay hotel, paid for 3 nights, and a number for a moving service. I told her David and I loved her, but this was our home, and she was not living here. David is furious, saying I humiliated his mother and should have waited for him to handle it, which he never would have. Carol is crying to everyone in the family that I've abandoned her in her time of need and thrown her onto the street. Now the family group chat is ablaze, with half the family calling me heartless and the other half applauding me for finally setting a massive boundary. AITA for taking this drastic unilateral action to reclaim my home? Did I go too far by changing the locks? What would you have done?